So, with the Olympus, I am Olympus. We are continuing on with the God of War series with God of War 3. Then here we're gonna kill all the gods, and I love seeing how the graphics just like exponentially improved every time. Here comes Helios. Army's coming down. Don't take those shoes. Gonna get those kicks. Hades coming in. Don't know why he's on Olympus. Well, because Zeus summoned him, but he should be down below. Heracles. I had no idea who that was the first time I had played this game until I got to him. They should have had his, like, health, is what they should have had. But it made it a little more obvious. And like I said, God of War 3 kicks up right after 2.
Your son has returned. I bring the destruction of Olympus!
Okay, I also find it really rude that you just stabbed Guy like that. There was just no reason for that.
The Titans will fail again.
Rude. It's like a crusade, man. Something you get tried 6,000 or 7,000 times. Eventually, it's gonna work. Maybe. You guys are really rude. You keep, like, faking attacks here. As much as I love 2, I love the story of 1, and I love the combat, like, the general game of 2. 3's, like, combat is so fluid and nice. Alright, do I? Okay. Alright, this seems unnecessary. Coming down! Honk. I'm gonna say, Titan, if that's all it took is one guy just like give you a good old headbutt to the chest, you probably should have stayed home. Big horse thingy! This actually is very characteristic of Poseidon. Poseidon is known for having very strange, like, animalistic... Can I block this? No! I cannot! Very animalistic children. Particularly things like Pegasus and Medusa and whatnot. Like, he is very strange children. The Cyclops are another one. Or at least one version of them. Some of them are Titan. I don't know. That's a whole weird thing. I feel like I got retconned in their little canon. In any event. Poseidon has a lot of weird children, and the horse is always like a common motif. There we go. That's what I'm looking for. That's with them. So the hippopotamus, which is a water horse or like a seahorse, I think in the Greek, there's the actual Greek name for it. Is like typically what he's similar with is the horse. I don't know really why they chose that, but they did, considering that the horses don't like water. Die! Die! Where you going, buddy? You missed a lot. Like, you didn't even aim in the right direction. There you go. You figured it out. Oh, what are you doing? What are you doing? Oh, how am I supposed to stop that? He just yelled at me. He's got good yelling juice. I don't know what you're doing. Or you're dying. Okay. Magic time! I love this little tornado thing they made with the blade of Olympus. Please stop. Yeah, eat it! This didn't kill you? My god, man! Just eating it! Finally! Quick time event. Usually the first one is always the same button every time. I don't know why they did that. I understand why they did that. Not to, you know, to get you used to pressing the buttons. But they should have changed at least one up. Just to let you know, hey, it's not always going to be the same thing. It's not just going to be smash square. Oh, I never noticed Hades was over there. And he's huge! Goodbye. Game on, son. Oh, God of Olympus.
A true warrior does not hide, Poseidon. Leave the sea and face me.
Sounds like he was peeking when he was recording that. Like, it's a little bit like distortion. I'm not sure if it was an effect they did. Like they over-compressed it or something, or if it was just like peeking. It definitely sounds like it was peeking. And they should have re-recorded that. Eat ass, Poseidon! Why? So little fun facts about Poseidon. He's also an asshole. He's the one who converted Medusa, and by converted Medusa, I mean she was a priestess or like praying in Athena's temple. And many stories recount that she was not willing, but Poseidon approached her and said, "Hey, I want some of that good stuff." And she was like, "Nah, this good stuff ain't for you." And he said, "Nah, I'm gonna take this of that good stuff." And so Athena was so mad that she converted him. And I was like, "What? She didn't do anything. It was all Poseidon. Be mad at him." But because they're gods, they're not mad at each other. Well, they're mad at each other, but they don't take vengeance on each other like that. Because why would they? Why would you do that? What's happening? I don't remember this. Oh yeah, he does this. I gotta come up here. Go down. He's gonna be mad. Can I block it? I have no idea. I tried to go out many times. What game? What the hell game? Magic. But yeah, so Poseidon sucks. His trident is like well-known thing. But he also... I can't walk towards that kid. I probably should have stayed on that wall. But also when he would slam the trident, like the butt of the trident on the land, it would cause an earthquake. He's also the guy that sent Odysseus on his quest, because Odysseus didn't pray to him for a safe voyage, and so Poseidon took that real personally for some reason. You can't block that, which I find ridiculous. Alright, get up here. I don't think I can hit him from up here. I can, but only under certain circumstances. Why? Hey man, can we stop doing this? Because it's getting real annoying. Oh, you still hit me, didn't you? Yeah, you did. I'm bleeding. Well, probably because you won't stop doing this move. Alright, cool. I like that one. Finally. Yeah, under most stories, Poseidon doesn't really appear unless you're in the sea, which happens every once in a while. But he's usually just a dick, which is not uncommon. I think the one good time is when he shows up in the Aeneid. I cannot pronounce things today. And Juno had, or Hera had basically got it out for Aeneas because he's Trojan and she hates the Trojans for the judgment of Paris. Basically, Paris had chosen Aphrodite as the most beautiful goddess in the world. Of them all. And so Juno took that real personally because why wouldn't you? If you're a mortal and petty and a general asshole, why wouldn't you? And so she had it out for Aeneas and convinced one of the other gods of the storms, Iolaus, to basically create a storm that would destroy him and his ships. And so, what ended up happening is Neptune went up to Iolaus and said, "Hey man, I control the seas, you don't. Stop doing this. You need to consult me before you do anything." So, it wasn't entirely, altruistic and nice and great, but it was something. It was something better than usual. Die! Get with me! It's punching time. Except you winded up really far. I gave her a really good telegraph. Yeah, that's what happens. Coming in. I'm not. Never mind. I've never seen that before. And you're gonna do it again. That was interesting. I've literally, that's never happened to me. But then again, the R1 prompt did come up before I almost missed that before I rolled. So I just think you could just press R1 immediately. I thought you had to get closer to it. Got him! Got him! I love this fight, especially for an intro. I just kind of wish I got to fight Poseidon more. Or that, guy would just pummel him. Because, by this, he seems really weak. He took a few hits and then just kind of went down. Whereas every other god at least takes some sort of pummeling.
No matter how many gods fall, there will always be another to stand against you.
That's gonna be real funny considering Hermes, I chop off his legs. He ain't staying there for anything.
This means the death of us all.
Good. You started it.
For your death, Poseidon.
I feel like some of these I won't be able to show, especially Helios, where you rip off his head. Because it's just a little too gruesome, and I don't know exactly what YouTube's policies are for showing that kind of content, but I'm not gonna risk it. So I'll show some of it I can, and then I'll censor it or just skip through it when I need to. Eat. Skull! And my nose! Build him, punk! I do look at like a powerful shows Kratos at this point, because he's just literally just killing gods. Warning about the eyes. As awesome as that was, he snaps his neck. I think the visual of that was a little too gruesome for YouTube. Boop. Splash! That's what I love about this game in particular, is when you kill the gods, their motif or whatever the theme is. So besides all about the water, the ocean, earthquakes and whatnot, whenever a god dies, stuff like this happens. So besides all about the ocean, so when he dies, the oceans run free and drown the world. Or drown Greece, at least. Considering that in God of War 4, which I'm going to continue to call it God of War 4, the world is not covered in an ocean. And we're already at the end of the game, who would have guessed? This looks familiar.
What will you do, Father?
What will you do?
You can no longer hide behind the skirts of Athena.
Athena is dead because of the rage that consumed you.
And what rage was that? Is that because of the scar you made on me?
Destroyed.
The hands of death could not defeat me. The sisters of fate could not hold me.
I feel like hands and hold would have been a better line, but whatever.
I will have my revenge!
Excellent child! I will tolerate your insolence no more!
Rude. Hey guy, you want to do something, or you're just gonna stand there? Gaia? Gaia? Okay, alright, we're moving. Alright, Gaia, I like it. You actually do it. Alright, moving in for the kill. I like it. Kratos, you should probably do something. Don't you guys have powers or anything? Although I do believe it said in God of War 2 that they like took all their magic away, so they're literally limited to their physical capabilities.
If I help you, we will both fall. Even now, Zeus gains.
That's gonna be uncomfortable.
Zeus is why you saved me from death.
I saved you to serve the Titans.
Do not deny me my revenge.
Yeah, that doesn't end out well for anybody.
Listen carefully, Kratos. You were a simple pawn, nothing more. Zeus is no longer your concern. This is our war, not yours.
I disagree. I have dissenting opinions. I do think, because for each of the 3 games that had different creative directors, I do think that that's a dumb decision. I think the Titan should have continued with Kratos until he was no longer valuable. At this point, they're still getting up to Olympus, and they need all the help they can get. The river Styx was a poisonous river that was poisonous even to the gods and the souls. That's why they couldn't cross it. You needed Charon, the boatman, to help you across. And the river Styx was actually so powerful that basically, well, the gods would swear oaths on it, and if you broke that oath, you would be cursed away from Mount Olympus for 7 years. So, fun facts. And this is actually, the river Styx is the one that Achilles was dipped in to make him immortal. Because if an immortal, like, held you into it, immortals, like, wouldn't be hurt by it, but it was not a comfortable thing to be in, even for an immortal. But if an immortal held if an immortal held a mortal into the Styx, it would make them immortal. Holy God, I cannot say all these words. And because Achilles was dipped in by his ankle, and instead of double dipping him like a most normal person would do, his ankle, or his Achilles tendon, was uncovered, and that's what got him killed, which is highly unfortunate and also extremely painful. Anybody that's ever played like football or soccer probably that's had like that hit, it ain't a good time. It is not a good time.
The gates of Hades have never held me.
That is very true. I don't know why everybody keeps sending me to Hades. It doesn't work.
Athena, I don't.
My sacrifice to save Zeus has brought me to a higher existence.
I don't understand this either. This is kind of stupid. I don't see how resetting my blades and making them extremely weak is gonna help me. The one thing I do wish in this game is they emphasize, like, Zeus is really strong. In order to kill him, take as much power from the other gods as possible. So, like, steal their souls, steal their magic, all sorts of things, and then you will be on par to match Zeus. And actually, the second book that I wrote, I had a similar, like, plan, is that in order to kill, like, the highest god, he had to essentially take the powers of the other gods so they would stand a chance. Why did I not do a thing? Why do I not have the go to fleece? Why am I not fleecing? And then one of the greatest changes they made in this game is how fast I can move this thing. Oh, it's so great. Oh, it's so wonderful. One of the changes I do like they made to the combat is to give you basically infinite magic. This isn't particularly strong, it doesn't make you invulnerable, but it's nice for things like range attacks for enemies that clearly need it. Like when they're doing like wind-up attacks or anything that's just like a huge area of effect. It's pretty nice. So these are the three judges in the underworld, which I forget the names. Rhadamanthus, Minos, King Minos. Don't know why he's a judge. I actually never really run that. And then there's a third one I forget. I'm pretty sure they tell me at a certain point. But the three judges would judge what souls would go into the underworld. However, to be judged, you actually needed to cross the river Styx, which means you needed a coin. And most people say, like, oh, that's why they coin over the eyes? No, they coin over the eyes because they needed to close the eyes because it was creepy. They actually would have put a coin in your mouth, and there's plenty of, like, underworld stories of the underworld where souls would pummel each other in the stomach to try and get them to cough out the coin. And another terrible thing that the gods would do is that Hermes was what's called a psychopomp, which means he would lead the souls of the underworld, the souls into the underworld when they died. So what would end up happening is that Hermes would say, oh, I took you to the underworld, and now the taxi fare, and he would ask for your coin, and then you wouldn't be able to cross the river Styx. There was no reason for Hermes to do this, but that's why he did. And I'm pretty sure I'm going to show it, but that's actually why he's flipping a coin. It's because he's the god of, at least in the Roman world, the god of trade and merchants. As well as just being like a trickster god. He's a piece of shit. But you had to cross the river Styx to get to the judges, otherwise you would basically be in purgatory. You would just be in the regular underworld where things would just happen. Like, people were just miserable and mean, and like, I can't escape any of these things. These things are just walloping me. But yeah, you had the judges where you go to Elysium, which is heaven, it's paradise. And you had to be a great soul for that, or you would go into Tartarus if you were evil. And then you had, I forget what it's called. I want to say the Apostolates, but that's not right. It's something with an A. It's some sort of fields. I believe that came up later, actually. I don't think that was like in the original, like many of the original stories and ancient stuff. But it does come up at a certain point. So yeah, you had heaven, hell, and purgatory. Coincidentally enough, that came up later. And other religions. Well, another thing with the judges is that they were not always particularly fair. Oftentimes, they would just kind of randomly choose. Unless you were of someone of nowhere. So someone like Achilles would go to the Elysian Fields because he was such a great warrior. However, that's not true if you read the Aeneid, because Aeneas was a Trojan, so obviously in their point of view, he was a murderer and a terrible person. So he was stuck, and there's actually a pretty good, that's one of the things that I hate. Well, not this! I'm gonna die! Not him! But that's one of the things is that in the ancient, a lot of people like think like, oh, they fervently believed in the gods and they feared them and worshipped them. It's like, no, they feared them and they didn't always like them. A lot of the ancient authors like Ovid and Aeneas, I mean not the Aeneas, Virgil, often criticized the gods and said, why do we worship these guys? They are extremely petty and cruel and rude. One of my favorite lines from the Aeneid is there such anger in heavenly minds? Like, and this is going back to the Judgment of Paris, where he's talking about how Juno is hating Aeneas for this thing that he didn't ever do, and for the act of one man. It wasn't even a nation, it was one man. And he says, like, this is what the gods are angry about. About whether mortals think they're pretty. My god, I cannot move. I really wish I had a reflect from my golden fleece here. Alright, I need distance here. God, I can't attack! Get off me! But I thoroughly enjoyed reading because why I have the bow out? I'm holding a 1. Anyway. one of the things I really like about Virgil and the Aeneid is that he criticizes the gods a lot and does things like that in the Aeneid where he talks about Achilles. He sees Achilles and he sees Hector, and these people are extremely remorseful of their mortal lives, of just like, I sought power and that's all I wanted, and it got me killed. That's what happened. It got me killed and it wasn't worth anything. Like, this is awful. Like, this is not, killing each other is not the way to go. I don't know why this is what we strive for. And then we have Hephaestus, or Vulcan in Latin. Vulcans. He's the god of the fire, volcanoes, and smithing, which fire and smithing makes sense. So he was often considered like the lame, or like by the little like the ancient definition of like, crippled, or kind of like weak and ugly. Whenever the gods needed something, though, they were quick to forgive all of their little petty fights and go to him. Aphrodite was his wife, although she cheated on him very frequently with Ares. In one particular story, he had set up like this magical invisible net in his bed, and so when Aphrodite and Ares went at it, the net like collapsed and captured them. And then he pointed out to all the gods and like, he was like, look, they're cheating! And then they laughed at him because they're gods, they don't care, they're miserable, they're terrible people. Don't live by the god standards. But yeah, Hephaestus was an unfortunate god, in fact, that like, he didn't really do anything wrong. He was crippled at a young age because Hera and Zeus were having a fight. Where am I going? Down here. Right? No? Goddamn. Hera and Zeus were fighting. And he had gotten in the way, like, Mom, Dad, stop fighting! And so Zeus, I think it was Zeus, who literally picked him up and threw him off of Mount Olympus, and he fell for 3 days, and then was crippled after that. Don't live by the god's standards. Eat a dick, Cerberus! You are missing, and it's really throwing off my group here. There we go, right back at you. Ow, my face! Friendly fire! Ow! My man! Give it a roast! No, I should not have blocked it. There we go. Yeah, I blocked it. I blocked it. I don't want to hear again. Okay, that wind-up was really big. Okay. Coming up to the head. Got him. Do we gotta press a button? I do! Hey, my man, calm down. I'm attacking your friend over here. What happened to rules of engagement? Did it too early? Ow. I blocked. You can't block that. Just gotta focus on one of you. Got him. And that way I can focus on the other one later. Ow! Jeez! I got him. I blocked it over here. I missed both of those. God, the wind-up of that is so big. There we go. Throw it back at somebody. Blocked. What is with that? I blocked. Like that. Those are quick, but I blocked them. Come on, game. But the one thing they never really explained in this game is what happens to the souls of the gods when they die. Like Athena comes back as some sort of weird ghost thingy, but I don't really understand what in the world. Like, why can't... So I kill Persephone and Poseidon, like, why can't they be revived? Ow! It just doesn't make any sense. Perhaps I'm just looking into this too much, because obviously they didn't care that much. Get away from me! Hades, you bastard! It's a battle of the chains. Who will win? His foot! Got him. Might be too close. No, didn't hurt me. He's gonna do a shockwave thing, right? Yeah. Ah! Can I block that? I have no idea. What you doing? I jumped! You saw it? I jumped too late, though. I can just be able to do this, right? Yeah, just keep doing that, buddy. I meant not when I'm on the ground. Alright, chop off Hogo's flesh for whatever reason, that this is what we decided to do. And I need to do this. Get out of my way! Stop it! Let's say, is that really gonna go back? Eat butts! Alright, my man, what do you do? So I gotta find the open spot once this arrives. I'm already here, thank you. He's gonna drop down. And he's gonna work. I dodged too late. No. No. Oh, he keeps stacking. Oh, okay, I've rolled right into that. Blade time. You get on my nerves. Oh, you bastard. You ruined blade time. Blade time. Because I want to use it. You do not get to use this for very long. There we go. Eat it. I was really hoping that you would be weak enough that you would be stunned, but I guess not. Throws! My man, can I block these? Okay, okay. But, I wasn't paying attention. Alright, stop attacking me, please. It's really rude. I was doing real well in the beginning, and then you got new moves. There we go, and do this. Man, you were just taking it, huh? Woo! Thank you, Harbinger. This pain means nothing. The body is but a vehicle. We are one, and you will be obsolete. I don't think he says that one. I believe that's, Vatu from... Oh my god, I didn't realize it would govern me. Go the other way, Kratos. I don't have a choice, because you won't let me get fucking get it. Did he? No, of course he did. Yeah. Because I got grabbed like an asshole. That's why I hate minions in every boss battle. So goddamn annoying. Oh, did I get it? I might have gotten it. Because this is a new move. Come on, man. My man, let's calm down, okay? I thought about this before in the game Hades, but Hades, or Pluto in Latin, is not the devil. He's not evil. He's just a caretaker of the underworld. And most stories where Hades is there, he's actually the good guy. Like, he's a very patient god. He lets souls leave if they need to be. He lets people come and go. He just tries to keep the dead where they are so that they don't bother the living world. Hercules comes to him and says, "Hey man, for one of my labors I need to take Cerberus." He says, "That's fine. Just don't hurt my dog." As long as you do that, you're good to go. You do what you need to do. Olympus comes down and says, "Hey man, I lost my wife. I know that she's dead, and she died of natural causes. But I, like, desperately want her back." And he says, "Alright, I'll make a deal with you. If you don't look back, and trust that I will send her back, I will have her behind you." But she was screaming and crying and basically sound like she's a torture. And Orpheus is the one who messes up, because Hades was true to his word. He just needed the trust in him. Leave me alone. Leave me alone. I feel like I'm not able to do enough here. We're back at that stage in the game where I can only hit him once or twice before he does something. Yep. I'm just gonna do this, so I levitate above the dogs. Because I'm getting real tired of this. Am I still doing circles? Yep. And give me that helmet. Nope, never mind. I don't take the helmet. Battle of the Chains, who will win? Move. Get back. Move. Alright. Come on. Come on, move. It's your problem, Hades. You're too big. How am I supposed to dodge this? Oh, you just dodge. Okay, you're just invincible. Got it. So annoying. Time for smashy smashy. Hades, you should probably just let go of your blades at this point. Seems like it's caused you more pain than it needs to be. Alright, die. Hades, my man, that was real rude of you. Ugh. Do you hit me when you turn around? Or you just hit the thing? You just hit the thing. Hey! Why am I not hitting him? Why am I not getting a combo meter? Can I change? What's happening? I want to go back to the blades, because the blades are stronger. Nope, I have to hit him with these for some reason. Boy, would I love to be hitting him right now. Why is he invulnerable? My man, I need you to die. Finally. Give me that soul, bitch. That juicy, juicy soul. Gimme, 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 gimme. Gimme, 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 gimme. And it's taking too long. Got him. So, like, something like that, I think it would be very good in the game. Just like, I now have the power of Hades, which means I am extremely powerful now. And can fight Zeus. But again, I generally don't think they cared about realism at all. Hey, my man, you're kind of leaking. You got a head thing. And you're yelling like a banshee. This is actually very similar to Daedalus. When Daedalus lost his son Icarus, and after he killed Minos, would spend his time just kind of mulling over his dead son and making like images and little dolls, I guess is the best word for his son, as like effigies.
Is not my concern.
As far as Hephaestus like loving Pandora, that never happened.
You were once a father, too.
What was it saying? I don't remember. Oh, Pandora. Pandora was a gift to Epimetheus after Prometheus gave fire to mankind, and it was done as a punishment. And because what he did, he said, hey, your brother did a very interesting thing, so I'm going to give you Pandora, Epimetheus, a very beautiful woman, and it's literally her name means all gifted. And check this out. You check it out right now. I'm gonna give her a box. I'm gonna give her this weird. It's not really a box. They gave her an urn, but in most translations, in most like modern translations, they say it's a box. I gotta upgrade my thing. But they give her a box and they say, hey, don't open the box. So of course, as anybody would do, she opens the box, and all the evils in the world of greed, of torment, of hatred, of misery, revenge come out, and then she manages to close the box at the very last second, trapping in hope. And the moral of the story is that when all is lost and all evil is around, you keep in hope. It's not that all hope is lost, but that actually you're supposed to keep hope, otherwise things are gonna go awry. I did it too early. Did it too early, good. Oh, there's dogs! I didn't even see the dogs! Helios. I'm surprised I didn't put Apollo in this. So Helios is the god of the sun chariot. He's the one who actually drags the sun across the sky. And there's a sun and night chariot, a moon chariot. And then Apollo is the god of the sun. What the difference is, I don't really know. But Apollo's the god of the sun. I guess he gives the sun energy. I don't know. Listen, man. I don't even know.
The blood of Kronos serves you well.
Except that it doesn't. Because you betrayed me. And those are the Titans. Really nice of you guys to sit there and take this. Got him! I officially hate the dogs, man. All they do is grab you, and I've hit them, and you just can't stop them. Especially this where I got a block, man, it's miserable. Get out of here! Stop! Are you tying my shoelaces right now? I am stunned like my gloves! Oh, I remember this. This is where the Chimera comes in. I love this fight. The Chimera was a... It's very common in many mythologies across the world to have, like, you know, animals being part of the animals. The Chimera is three things, and it's a lion, it's a head of a lion, snake tail, and it has the body of a goat. as well. It has the body of a goat and a lion together. Yeah, so it's basically a lion and goat mixed together with a snake as a tail. And Bellerophon was the guy who actually killed it in Greek mythology. Bellerophon was a hero, if we would have called him that. Can I reject this? Nope. Oh god. But he's the one who got Pegasus. He had a spear thing. He attached like basically a slab of meat on top of the spear to attract it. And then yeah, he killed it. I believe it had like invulnerable skin or like an invulnerable pelt. So he had to like he had to do something. I forget exactly what he had to do, but he basically had to suffocate it or something. Hercules did the same thing with the Nemean lion. Because the Nemean lion, he could not. It had an impenetrable pelt. So he couldn't like stab or anything, so he literally just wrestled it to death. I believe he shoved his fist down his throat to suffocate it. My man, come back. What's your attack pattern? Ow, deadly. Yeah, he killed the Chimera, and then he believed that he was destined, Jesus Christ, to be a god on Olympus. So he flew Pegasus up to Olympus, and then Zeus struck him down the lightning bolt, and he was forever maimed. Okay, I thought you were gonna do fire again, because why wouldn't you? I need you to die. You get on my nerves. I have no idea what's happening. Finally. And stab. Got him. Thank you. Eat it, Helios. Get crushed. Got him. And boom. I'm coming for that head. I'm gonna get it. Helios. Your time has come. You can try and block him all you want. I'm coming for that booty. Cyclops should be coming around the corner at some point. Do I gotta attack these guys a bit, or does he just show up at a certain time? That's what I'm talking about. Come here. Whoa! I thought you didn't have enough reach. Oh, I can't block that. Alright. Coming in. Got him. Got him. Give me the reins. Excuse me, gentlemen. Did someone order an ass whooping? Because I got a whole goddamn bouquet. I meant to say banquet, but you know what? Shut up. Alright, die. Alright. And then I take out his eye for some reason. You could just kill him. Don't get me doing shit like this. Bonk. Give me you. I'll be with the second, Helios. Never realized my Curtis is the thickest neck in the world. I gotta aim my hand to block this. For some reason, as if looking away isn't enough. Smashy, smashy. There's a certain point I'm going to have to cut this out and censor it, because you do rip his head off and it gets a little graphic. And once again, I'm not sure YouTube's policies on that. Bonk. Bonk. And probably clear it right about here. And now I will blot out the sun. Oopsies. Don't know why it's raining. That's kind of Zeus' thing. The rain is Zeus' thing. The sun is at the Helios' thing. Just blow out the sun. Rip from his screaming body.
Helios was savagely earned.
It depends how you define savagely. Most people probably define it that way, but I don't think it that way. I think it was very nice. Hermes.
Look who it is. Kratos, the ghost of Sparta. The fallen god. The cursed mortal.
Yes, 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 all these things. You forgot that I've killed many, many gods in my birth.
You may have brute force, but you lack speed.
Okay, give me a second. Coming in fast. Coming in fast. Slow down. It's not a race. Just want to kill you. Coming in! I'll pass you, buddy. Not fast enough. You look a little concerned. Almost as someone's gonna beat your ass. I understand that, like, time and money and programming are all a thing, and that they probably saved most of their work for the more important battles, but I do wish that Hermes was more intense. This one, he mostly just runs around in a circle trying to slap me, and then there's his coin. And that's pretty much it, and I just found it underwhelming. I feel like it should have been more than just a chase scene. Should have actually fought him. You already have been, buddy. It's time to begin. I blocked. Like, anytime he comes anywhere close to me, I'm blocking, so what the hell? Eat it. Block. Oh, shit. I did not expect that. Where'd you go? Can you just not block him? You got it. Like, I'm sitting there trying to move, man. You cannot do that. That's why I failed this, because I put it in the wrong direction, because I was trying to move out of the way. There we go. Eat it. No. Where are you? He's blocking all those? Is that what happened? I'm watching them hit him. He can slide all he wants. It's still hitting him. Come back! That's what I mean, like, it's mostly underwhelming. There's not really much to it. He kind of just runs around in a circle until you hit him enough.
And yet, you seek to kill me when I have no way to defend myself?
You were just slapping me at the speed of light. That's fine, great. Now give me your legs. Monk, there's one cut back in right there. His bone and stuff are sticking out, and I think it's a little too graphic for me to be able to see. To show, I meant. Hermes is a god of pestilence and plagues, that's why he's doing this. So is Apollo, which is weird. And Apollo is the god of the sun, archery, music, medicine, and also plagues and, like, infections, which is strange to me. I don't understand why he's the dichotomy there. But Hermes is also a god of plagues and pestilence. Because he's very fast, and a plague infects you very quickly. And now I got his sandals coming in! I do like that. Now I can dash in the air. It's really nice. Oh, it's angry Cyclops with his big mace thing. I'm surprised I get hit. I dodged really early on that. And then you can just kind of stun lock him, which I think is ridiculous. Got him. Usually then two show up. That's usually how things go. Come a little closer. Thank you. Get out of here. Die. Move. Got him. Too late. Move. What's happening? Alright, get rid of you. I'm gonna kill you before I even get a chance to do anything. I tried to do the circle thing, it didn't work. I didn't kill them too early. I was gonna say easily, and then early, and then illy came out. Alright, I get it, there's a door. You don't need to, the one thing I wish you would stop doing is taking my camera away and trying to show me things that are in my face all the time. And now it's time for one of my favorite fights in the whole game.
Bravo.
And here comes Hera. Queen of the Heavens, goddess of marriage and childbirth. Hey man, rude.
Just in time for the final act.
You know, he has like 80 billion bastard children. I feel like you should be over by now.
You look terrible, dear.
Hera is Zeus's wife and very frequently has problems with him because he's an asshole. She herself is also an asshole. So Hercules, or Heracles, is her pet. I don't know what the right word to say, but she fucking pisses him off all the time. He's the reason that she's the reason he goes into fits of rage, despite being named Heracles after her, which was somewhat insulting because Zeus kind of did that in terms of like, oh, don't worry about this bastard child I had. He's Heracles. She would constantly piss him off and try to kill him, and that's why he went in the pits of rage and killed his 2 wives and many other people. That's why I think it was in the God of War 2 one where I mentioned that Kratos is actually Heracles, is because Kratos' whole backstory is based off of Heracles.
Hello, brother. This is not between us, Hercules. Isn't it? You were always Zeus's favorite. The air on Olympus affects your thinking.
Hercules is fucking huge.
Zeus has no favorites.
Which is incredibly inaccurate. Zeus has many favorites, actually. Athena is usually it.
Think about it, brother. While I was stuck cleaning the Augean stables, he chose you to destroy Ares. I'm convinced.
Oh, is that it?
How about this? While you were being crowned the God of War, I was sent to find an apple. They called them labors. Ha! Perhaps he did allow me to kill the Nemean lion, but he made your name known amongst the people. A fierce warrior, a killer made hero, a man made a god. But this time, brother, this time I will destroy you. Call it my 13th
And by that, I mean I'm gonna send in a bunch of arena full of people to kill you in my name.
For myself. You aspire to be an Olympian, yet their reign is ended.
I don't know why he's so quiet especially compared to Hercules. But yeah, Hercules, most people know that the Disney version of Hercules is absolute dog shit. First of all, he was Ethiopian, so he was black, he was not a ginger. I like to clear that out. 2, this is the more important part, among any other things. So Disney was like, oh, he's just like, you know, a scrawny little guy, he's just a... No. Hercules was always just a giant brute. And he was aggressive and vengeful. Hera had sent down the snakes to kill him, and apparently Hercules, when he was real young, the reason we call it the Milky Way is because he was best feeding on Hera, and he apparently bit her nipple so hard that like she like threw him away, and that milk spread across the galaxy. That's why they call it the Milky Way. But yeah, so Hercules was always aggressive. He had anger problems. He would go into fits of like blackout rage, essentially. I can't block that. Okay. And what ended up happening is, as he grew up, he killed many people, had to atone for those sins. Eventually, he got married to his first wife, one of like 3 or 4, and he, so Megara, and then he had some kids with her, and I believe it was nephews as well. And Hera had set him into a fit of rage, and he just killed all of them. And so I think it was his dad at one point. It was his dad or his uncle. I think it was his dad. Was like, hey man, uncool, bro. You're gonna need to like fix this like real bad. Because again, if you remember with the Furies I mentioned in God of War 2, the Furies went after you for crimes against humanity or like sins against the universe, which was one of them was killing another human. And so when he did that against multiple people, he had to atone for his sins. So he had to go to his cousin Euripides? That doesn't sound right. Eurytion? It's something with an EU, I remember that. Anyway, he went to his cousin who was king of Athens, I think, at the time. And when he went to go get his labors, all were sent to kill him. His labors were designed to kill him because his cousin was so afraid of him and needed him and wanted him gone. But he is Hercules, so he's invincible, essentially. Alright, they're not giving me orbs anymore, so I just need to focus on you. Stop doing this. In any event, so when he would go to when he go to get his labors, his cousin would hide in a giant urn and only be visible in his eyes. And he would send them on these things to kill like these mystical beasts that like one of them was the Nemean lion that had the invulnerable pelt. The other was a Hydra, that's probably the most famous one. One was to clean the Augean stables, which was just stables that had not been cleaned for like 1,000 years or something, so they were literally just covered in shit. And so one of the deals with his labors is that he had to do them himself. He could not have assistance of any kind, and he had to do 2 of them over. One of them was the Hydra because they had his cousin eye something. Iphicles, I think it was Iphicles was his name. It is cut. No, was his brother. Anyway, he had a relative come and help him. Oh, what a right hook! He had his cousin come help him because what he'd do is that Hercules would cut off the head, and Iphicles would like have arrows, and he would like cover them in fire at the tips so that they would singe and cauterize the wounds, and that didn't count because he had to do it himself. And the reason that they know this is because Heracles was actually very remorseful for what he did. So he would tell like the truth of what he did, and he would bring back proof. So he would bring back, you know, like the pelt of the Nemean lion, or he would bring back like a head of a hydra or something to prove that he had actually done it. But he would also he would himself tell if he had help or not, which he did twice. The Augean stables was another one. I think he not only could not get help, he could not get paid or any sort of recompense for this. And I believe he asked for money for the Augean stables, which he couldn't do. But Hercules is everywhere. He did so many labors. It was ridiculous. The dude, at one point during his labors, he, like, I think it was, like, in the passage of Sicily, so, like, that little narrow canal, there was a mountain there, and he literally just slammed it. Oh, shit, that was a analog stick one. He literally just, like, slammed it with his fist and just made an opening. Literally, the definition of Hannibal is either I will find a way or make one. Oh, I love the Cestus. It's just so satisfying. Ow! Why? My favorite bones! Get away from me. Okay, you missed. Big bad. He's coming in. Whoa, don't hug me. Yo, he's quick. He's good. He's good at dodging. He's a famous boxer. He's good with hands. Woo! I dodged really late there, game. Come on now. That was the same way. I failed at that one. Hercules, it's not really putting out a fight here. You're just kind of dodging, which I'm fine with, but at least make it interesting. Eat it. Eat it. Ow, my bones. My favorite spine. Bonk, bonk. But yeah, so Hercules, after finishing his labors, he's atoned for his sins. He marries a third wife, and Nasus, is that his name? One of the, it was like a lower, like river god. He apparently like loved his wife, and of course, you cannot, even as a god, you cannot love the wife of Hercules. Ow, without some punishment. And she was not about it. Like he had offered gifts and like said like leave Hercules for me, and she was like nope, not doing that. Also, I'm also married to Hercules, and I'm not gonna piss him off. So eventually what ended up happening is that he gave her a shirt covered in like a poison, like a very virulent poison. Virulent? Is that how you pronounce that? Virulent? I don't know. A very poisonous poison. Like extremely powerful, potent. And he gave it to Hercules as a gift, like, oh, here's a nice shirt, and what it did is like it literally melted his skin off. And then so she built him a pyre as he was alive, and basically just and like that's what he asked for. He said like I want to die. Build me a pyre so I can die. And at the last second, Zeus came down and said, nope, you're too good. You need to be resurrected as a god. Which again is the same thing that happened to Kratos. So if you pay attention, like Kratos killed his wife and kids, had to be in service for 10 years. The 10 labors he had to do, 12 because he messed up 2 of them. And then when he committed to great feats and basically was about to die, he got resurrected and brought as a god. And then he also got a new wife, which was Hecuba? Hecuba sounds right. No, that doesn't sound right. Hecuba. Who's Hecuba? Hecuba is a goddess of, like, childbirth, right? I don't remember. Oh, there's too many names, man. Doesn't help that the family tree is just a damn circle. Starts with Zeus and just ends with Zeus. The man looks himself in the mirror and goes, damn, I want some of that. Alright, holding her hand. That's nice of you, buddy. Yeah, I mostly helped. I was more of an assistant.
I know it was you who killed her, Spartan. Who else could?
Zeus? Poseidon? Any other gods that were constantly fighting and beating your ass? Excuse me, gents, I gotta take something care of something real quick. Give me this. I'm just gonna go ahead and rip this off for you. Seems a little infected. Rude, I'm trying to help you out here, man. Back to your old tricks out there, Kronos. Yeah, I gave you a real bad case of indigestion there, buddy. Let me have a look-see. Alright, just do just a little bit of surgery. Just a little bit of surgery. And coming in! I'm giving you some dental work too, buddy. Give you some braces. Alright, alright. You went to that chin piercing, right? Got him. He's got a real big headache, huh? I put some shoes on. The level's not too, nice. It's all on level, it's all on fire. Probably put some shoes on. And maybe a shirt and clothes. And you probably get some service after that, too.
Make it quick, old man.
Not sure how he caught that with his fingers closed, but whatever.
A weapon such as this can't be rushed.
Excuse me. Cut to when it's done. And it's done. The Nemesis Whip. Again, another weapon I will not use. Rude. I don't know when you people are going to learn to just stop attacking me. Look at this thing right in front of you. Yeah, I know. I see it. I'm right here. Got him. That's what you get. These whips are worthless. How you doing, lady? I think you need to lay off the booze. You don't seem to be doing too well. Can't even walk. Okay, it's not the cup's fault. You're gonna get angry at the cup. Maybe you should hold out to the rain. Soap up a little bit. Drink some water.
I told him to kill you. I told him the day you were born to kill you.
That's up to the fates, not him.
Have it. My stupid husband took pity. And now look what you have wrought.
Yeah, we're skipping over a lot of details that the gods did.
They're dying because of you. Everything is dying because of you.
Yeah. What did Zeus do to me? What did the gods do to me in general?
Ocean swallow the land. Disease infects what remains. I am doing all I can to keep them alive.
Well, maybe you should have done that for all the mortals. That way we wouldn't be in a war.
Your ruthless murdering of the
What did you think was going to happen there, lady? Again, I'll give it to Kratos. He holds his hand. He has restraint.
Your brute strength may have bested Hercules, but your simple mind will
Like, he doesn't go after and kill her. He lets her go. He does his best to try not kill her, buddy. But these people just won't stop. Can't stop, won't stop.
As an old man. You
Welcome back, lady.
simple mortal.
Oh, you're gonna call me simple. That seems a little rude.
Challenge us.
I'm doing pretty well for myself, so
You can just walk
maybe you
away?
should recalculate your roads.
Finished.
You're really pushing your luck here. Oh, your little tiara. It broke. What a shame.
What have you done to me? You coward. You destroy all
Why does everyone keep calling me a coward? I don't understand it. The bravest thing to do is to basically fight against the god.
Good luck with that little whore you call Pandora.
You had every chance. You had multiple chances, which is usually more than Kratos gives you. I guess since she's a goddess of, like, childbirth, that she's supposed to be also a goddess of life, I guess. I think that's what they're trying to symbolize here. But she's not a as far as I'm aware, a goddess of the gardens or flowers or anything. That'd be more Demeter and Persephone. And, I mean, there's a bunch of different goddesses of, like, the harvest and the seasons and stuff. But Demeter and Persephone would be the big ones.
There it is.
Oh.
I can see it, Kratos.
Me too. It's right there.
In the darkness.
I also brought you to it, so I know where it is.
Set us free.
Pandora, no!
You know why
Now Kratos is gonna get sentimental for the first time in 3 games.
I will find another way.
No, Kratos. There is no other way.
I have fists and blades. I can kill Zeus another way.
I am not a child. You're hurting me. Kratos, help!
First you wanna die, then you want help. What do you want?
Your obsession with this thing
Rude.
has become somewhat of a nuisance, my son.
Release the girl, Zeus!
As you wish.
So Kratos is the bad guy as you just threw a child to the 2-word death. Come get these blades, son! Come get it, come get it! What are you doing? Ah! Got him. Eat it. Where are you going, buddy? See if I can throw this back. Ha-ha! Where you going? What are you doing? What are you doing? Got behind you. Got behind you. What are you doing? You coming down? Eat it. God, I love this fight. The whole 3 phases with Zeus is awesome. Because this is like pretty evolutive of the first. Oh my god. Of the first fight. And plus it's shot in like a 2D, like regular, like old school fighting style, which is pretty nice. Come here, little bastard. Eat it. Come back. Come back. Bum, 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 bum. Eat it. Put up a fight. Put up a fight. Punch. Love it. Nope. Denied. I almost missed that square. Almost just didn't see it. No. I missed that first one. You really want me to surrender after the last time I surrendered? And stabbed you in the stomach? What's happening? Oh! I didn't really do much damage though. That was the first time you actually hit me too. Where are you going? What are you doing? What are you doing, buddy? You didn't even know I could parry that. Yep. I also got a golden fleece, bitch. You got 2 of them, you're not using them. I parried that. Eat it. I wish you would stop blocking though. It's really inconvenient to me trying to kill you. There we go. Pumble, pumble, pumble. There we go. Bop, bonk. Pop, pop, pop. Eat it. You son of a bitch. Should have been nicer to me, Dad. Never played ball with me. Got him. Oh, her booby. He's very desperate to help Pandora for some reason. Also, Pandora, I did prove my point. I just beat his ass senseless. And I didn't need what was in Pandora's box.
This is what I am meant to do. You know that. Please.
You can make your own destiny, since the fates are dead.
You know this is the only way.
There are other ways. My fists are 2 of them.
Kratos, for once in your pathetic life, don't fail.
Why are you such an asshole?
Don't fail her like you failed your family.
This whole tough love thing isn't working, Zeus. I also don't know why everybody continues to just piss off Kratos. Stop doing that. It obviously doesn't work out. Come here, little bastard. I'm gonna get you. Get away. Block. Ooh. Oh, okay. I thought I parried it. Woo! He came out swinging with that. Nope. Ooh, I blocked that second one. I blocked that third one too. Eat my ass. I blocked that too early. Oh, you can't. You have to parry those. You can't block them. Okay, that makes a lot more sense. Nope. And he's doing a lot more damage than he was last time. Keep doing that. I keep doing that. I keep doing that like too early. But you cannot block these. Rue, get your shit together. Get out of the way. I can't see what you're doing. I'm glad that you missed because I really couldn't move. Get out of here. Nope. Thank you, got it. Because I'm pretty sure that was going to hit me.
The reign of Olympus ends now.
You live?
My world, it bleeds because of you.
Well, that's your fault.
I never sought your deaths, Vaughn.
Neither did I yours.
You left me no choice.
Your pawn has failed you, Gaia. Perhaps you should have chosen the other one.
Enough!
I'm pretty sure they were making
Die together.
the PSP game Ghost of Sparta at the same time as this. And his some sort of prophecy with him and his brother. I feel like they... Again, the story got a little too convoluted for that point. And they tried to make it a little more too serious than it was. Zeusos! Will you? Ow, ow, you probably will. I can block him now. What happened? Gonna charge in, dodge. Whoa! After image. Did not expect to do a little shadow clone thing. Get out of my way. Ooh, okay, I can't parry those. Did not expect that. I just dodged way too early. I was hoping for the best. I did that. You can also block them. Interesting. Coming in. Eat. Blades. Woo! Coming in. Ow, shit. I gotta stop this before he comes in. I tried. I've tried. You just wouldn't let it happen. What's happening? Oh, you may get a clone. Alright. We're gonna pop you because I need strength. What's happening? Alright. Out of my way. Eat my fists. Bonk. The other way. Oh, that hit me. Damn. What are you supposed to do during that? Because that was like the entire arena. Where am I? God, like, that was ridiculous. I couldn't see, and this dude is just wailing on me. Hit you. Come in the blade. You can't avoid blade forever. Alright, stop it. Stop. My man. Get out of the way. Get out of the way. Alright, I'm gonna jump and get out of the way because you guys are gonna annoy me. Block. Now. What? How did I miss? I need you to stop. I need you to not right now. Ooh, I can't see shit. Get out of the way. I parried both of those. I don't want to hear it. I did it too early. What? That worked. Hit him. God, these clone Zeuses are the fucking goddamn strong as shit. Come over the blade. Woo! Coming back at you. I did it too early? Alright. I can't see anything, there's too many of you. Die! Coming in, Spartans. What's happening? Excuse me, Gaia. Alright, you're done. Come back at you. Don't you fucker! I'm waiting for you to slam down. Get out of here. Ow, my bones. What happened? How did you get all of that momentum? Die. Ever get away? Alright, Spartan time, because I need to hit you. Yeah, I still don't understand how you're getting that much height, man. Get away. He's gonna shoot lightning. God damn it. I can't parry attacks just get attacked. Right time. Die. My man, he is just eating it. Finally. Dude was just taking everything. Not this time. I'm coming in. Coming in. Golden fleece. Hands. Bad idea to block a blade with a hand. But you do, man. Come in, come in, come in, come in, come in, come in. Oh, oh. I think there's like one more. Doesn't he throw me in the air or something? Ooh, okay. I almost messed it up. Time to die, son. I'm coming for that gullet. Right in there. I call this a 2-for-1 special. You know why? Because it's 2 people for 1 attack. I thought it was pretty obvious, but, you know, some people need things explained to them. Whew. I love that fight, but it gets real hectic at the end when you just start summoning, like, 10 clones. And I can't block or parry, because I can't focus on all of them at the same time. And now Guy's dead. Finally. Give it the guy in Zeus. They did not go down easily. I think I won. Should probably keep that. Just in case. You should also probably chop off his head. Just in case. What did I say? What did I say? Oh, my me. And all of my things. Man, this man emptied out my pockets. I've heard people with like shoes coming off during a fight, never their pockets.
Hope is what makes us strong. It is why we are here. It is what we fight with when all else is lost.
Guess who's back, bitch? That's right, I got blue flames now. There we go. Just send you back into your body. And then I just pummel you to death. Easily the best ending to like any game like this with like vengeance. Because you literally can just keep pressing circle to your heart's content. Once the screen goes all red, you can stop, but you can keep going if you want, for as long as you want. Pop, bonk, bonk. I gotta give it to Zeus now. He did not go down. Helios got crushed by a Titan, and he just sat there and just kind of took it. Hermes got crushed by a statue. He was like, "Oh, what a shame! Oh, I'm just gonna lay here. I'm just gonna pant." Zeus, man, this guy did not go down. He took everything, even this. He won't stop. But that's gonna be the end of God of War 3. There's a little cutscene at the very end, but this is the end of the original trilogy, and just a trial and tribute to every little just anger and every angry teenage boy that ever could be. This is just pure masochism, just completely utter ridiculousness, and it is wonderful. And then he does something. I'm not actually sure what his death does. I'm not sure if it's ever explained. I would assume it's a giant, like, storm, but I don't know. And now the world's in ruin. Thank you, Kratos. It would be interesting if they made a reference, because in most mythologies around the world, from even like the Native Americans, they always have a giant flood that destroys the world. It's always a flood too. There are some civilizations and some mythologies that do it differently, but most of them are always a flood. And I don't know why. And it would have been nice if they, because in Greek and Roman mythology they did that too with, was it Prometheus and Sarah? I think it was, who were designed to rebuild the human race after mortals after the flood.
My vengeance ends now.
Kratos, no!
Take this, Ghost Lady! Psych! It's gonna be me! Just like that NSYNC song, Backstreet Boys? I don't know who it is.
You fool! What have you done?
I did it my way. Now they have hope, I think. I'm pretty sure that's what the purpose of that is.
That was meant for me!
Rude.
They will not know what to do with it!
This, Athena, is why I didn't choose you. You are exceedingly selfish.
You disappoint me, Spartan.
When have I not? After the credits, there's a little extra scene to show that Kratos actually gets away somehow, and it leads into God of War 4, which I'm going to continue to call God of War 4, because it is God of War 4, where he goes into Norse mythology, and we will pick up there next in this series. Thanks everybody for watching. I hope you enjoyed this one. If you did, make sure to like, comment, subscribe, and ring the bell to be notified of future videos. But until next time, Wale Omnes.